Okay, so let's create this component. So we have a few things. We are going to be adding a transition whenever the component loads and all this logic. But first, we're going to create this component and some with some hard-coded numbers. Okay. So first, we need a component where we're going to be hosting this. So inside of featured, I'm going to call it time until. You could call it countdown or something like that. Doesn't matter. So of course, I need to import it from here. So import, I call it time until from / time until. Very good. And I'm gonna make a reference to this at the bottom of this. Oh, all right, time until. There we go. Sorry for that. So inside time until, it's going to be really simple. It's a class-based component because we will have a state that will manage all the numbers, all the logic right here. So I'm going to create a React class-based component. Okay, so there we go. And it's going to be called time until. We will have a state of something. We will be completing this later. First, we're going to create this, the layout for this. So at the bottom, I'm going to go right here to the render, and the class name, which is the container of this section, is going to be called countdown underscore and then wrapper. Countdown. All right, countdown wrapper. And I'm going to copy the keyword countdown because we're going to use it a lot. So inside of here, we have two different sections. This event starts in, and then the bottom part. Okay. So first, I'm going to create a div, and the class name for this is going to be countdown underscore and then top. And this one is going to say event starts in, and if we check it, we cannot get it. Okay. So then we have the bottom part of this, which is, a container. We're going to create a div with a class name of course, the opposite of the other one, which is bottom. Okay, so inside of here, we have 4 different items. We have this one, which is the item 1 with the days, the hours, the minute, and the seconds. So we need 4 different divs with different values. So, but it's kind of a template. It's always the same one. So I'm going to create a div with a class name of countdown underscore item. Now inside of here, we have 2 different things. We have the number and we have the days or hours or minute or seconds. So I'm going to create a div with a class name. There we go. Class name, and it's going to be countdown and time. And inside of here, in this case, will be the days. So I'm going to put, 23. And then at the bottom, I'm going to say div, open and close. And this one is going to be called the days. And I'm going to be adding a class to this one as well. So class name, and I called it countdown tag. All right. So if we reload, we have 23 and days. So we need to repeat all of this. And again, we could create a function to loop all of this, but we will need to create an array with, the different strings and everything else. There's no need to do that. So this one is going to be, 2, and this one, it's hours. I'm going to copy and then paste it at the bottom. And the next one is going to be, 20 and then minute, or something like this. Let me make this capital HS. All right, I'm going to copy this one, and it's the last one. I'm going to copy paste, and this one is going to be the seconds, and 40. Okay, it's going to reload it, and we get it. All right, so everything's good. So now if you notice on the original one, whenever we reload, we are getting this transition. So this transition comes from a third-party library called React Reveal. So let me find it right here. React Reveal, and then GitHub. Okay. So there we go. React Reveal. So this is the GitHub of React Reveal. It's really, really simple to use, and it's really, really great. So we have a number of different type of effects for different components: fade, flip, rotate, bounce, and roll. So you can check the documentations. You even have examples. So if I go to one example, you're gonna get it right here with an example code with what you need to import and what you need to use to fade it, to the left. And same thing for the right, top, bottom, and you can even rotate, you can bounce, roll, really, really, really simple to use. So we're going to use this one, and I'm going to be using the fade effect right now. So I'm going to go at the top, and since we have this React Reveal installed, we have it right here. Let me find it, React Reveal. We can use it. So inside of the time until, I'm going to import, then slide from, oh, sorry, I'm using slide, this one, slide. And we're going to slide it from left to right. Okay. So slide from, then React, then reveal / and we need to bring it just like materials UI. So React Reveal. Okay, there's no need to do this. I just, used to do this, to put the semicolon. So now, how can we use it? Really simple. We need to wrap whatever component, whatever div or container we want to animate within this, this component, this slide component. So I'm going to create a slide, open and close, and I'm going to chop everything from here, and I'm going to paste that inside of a slide. I'm going to select all and then format selection, just to make it nice. Now this slide needs to know from where it's going to be sliding, from left or right or everything. By default, I believe it's left, but anyways, I'm just going to put left. All right. So of course you have a lot of other properties inside the documentation. You can use props right here, custom CSS or component props. So you can select the duration, the delay, which means how long it's going to wait after this component appears to, create the transition or the animation. So, left, right, we already know about this one. What else? You have the distance. What else? The timeout, the mount on enter. Maybe you can unmount and exit. You can destroy that whenever the components goes out. And again, you have a lot of options, Okay, so let's go back right here. And I want to slide it to the left, but I don't want to slide this as soon as the page renders. I want to wait a little bit before it shows. So I'm going to use the delay property. So delay equals open and close. And I'm going to wait 1 second after the component it's completely rendered. So there you go. Let me reload it. All right, looks nice. Okay, so that is it. So now what we need to do, we need to create all the logic to populate the numbers right here. So let's go to the next section and do this.